Hi, this is Malini. I wanted to show you a variety of our Echeverias, and this is a really pretty one. This is known as Echeveria crenulata hybrid or curly Echeveria, native to Mexico. And these can get about 2 feet tall to roughly about 2 by, let's say, a foot or more wide with offsets. I really like this one. See how nice and curly these leaves are? And they get a little pinkish or purplish at the edges there, and that gets more intense in color when it's exposed to more sunlight or less water. And we have this one here, which is the same one, but this one doesn't have as many pinkish edges here. This is grown more in the shade. This is a little bit of a younger version because you can see here, see how tall that is? So it can get, starts off like that, a little bit shorter, and then get about, roughly about 2 feet tall. So they have a little stalk. You can't really see it because it's covered by all these leaves here, but there's a tall stalk. Now these thrive best outdoors in full sun or filtered light, water about once a week. And they're not ideal for indoors. They actually like bright natural light. And here we show you some more. Here's another one. This one is even more. See how I mentioned that it gets a little more pinkish, more purplish in the sun. This was grown more in the full sun. Now here's another favorite of mine. This is known as Echeveria cante, native to Mexico. And these can get roughly about 1 to 2 feet tall. You don't really see a stalk on this type of variety. They have few offsets. And I'm going to show you the difference between these leaves and this one. This is the same plant. But when people handle the Echeveria cante with their fingertips, they leave like remnants or like oil. So our fingers have oil on them, and so when you touch it, they leave that sort of mark. So this is best not to touch the Echeveria cante with your bare hands. It's better to use some gloves, or when you want to transplant, use raise it from the bottom up. So that's one tip, and to keep it nice and clean and really pretty looking is to be careful of touching the leaves. Now, the Echeveria cante has a natural defense against heat and sunlight. They actually have a natural sunscreen on their leaves, and that does help prevent from the leaves from getting scorched. They do thrive best outdoors, either in full sun or filtered light. Only water about once a week or less. Always make sure the soil is dry before watering. And all Echeverias have these tall flower stalks, and they range in colors from pink, orange, red. This one here, as you can see here, has like a pinkish flower. This one is the one I mentioned earlier. This is the Echeveria crenulata hybrid or curly Echeveria. Now this one is also a Echeveria crenulata hybrid, but it's a pinkish curly Echeveria. So you can see some of the more of a pinkish edges here. And you can see here, a lot of these Echeverias do grow with a tall stalk, except this one. I really don't see this growing with a tall stalk. It tends to grow a little bit lower. And these are really ideal, not just in containers, but in a desert landscape, in a succulent landscape. They'll look so stunning. Thanks so much for watching.